Hey, it's Jen from Happy Hounds. Just want to do a little video about bitches in season and neutering and all this different things. When should you do it? Should you not do it? Should you let them have a season? Should you walk your dog in season? Oh my God, there's so much to it. Okay, so having looked into this even more so for my own dog more recently, this is what my point of view is in regard to what to do with it, having dealt with lots and lots of dogs in the past and researching lots of people's opinions and lots of professionals' opinions and vet opinions about what to do about it. Now, those dogs come into season anywhere from 6 months to a year. Mina didn't have her first season for over 1 year. She's in season now, and I think that's her third season. My personal opinion is that the seasons are needed initially to help develop the dog, not only just physically, but mentally too. When your dog manages to go through a couple of cycles of this, it means that they get to grow up. And I've watched personally with my own dog, my dog develop a sense of maturity after each season. Now she's 3.5 years old now, and she has just had her third, it might be a fourth season, and now we're ready within the next period to neuter her. So to do that, I'm opting for keyhole surgery as opposed to the standard neutering, which is where they take all the reproductive organs out of the dog. Well, I don't think they really have to. So keyhole is less invasive, it's less recovery for the dog. Having had some clients go through it with their dog recently, they said honestly within 2 days she looked right as rain. Just recovery from having an operation and being at the vets and all that, and being sedated and that kind of thing, really looking loads better very quickly. So that's definitely the option I'm going to do. And the best time to do this is 3.5 months from your dog's season finishing. So in 3.5 months time, that's when I will make sure there's a surgery booked in for her to stop that process from happening. Now that she's 3.5, she's a reasonable level of maturity. There shouldn't be any changes in behaviour. The only thing that does do that's going to help me is, like at the moment, because she's been in season, I'm respecting other dog owners out there, and I have not been walking her in public for the sake of other dogs, other males, intact males, going a bit crazy for her and just running over. And it is true that you can, there's different effects to how it happens, but yeah, you really can have males going off their food. You can have them running over, breaking the lead almost to get over to a female at the right time. So for the sake of that not happening, I've been walking country roads, being right out the way to get Mina exercise without really bumping into anyone. But the point of doing that as well, though, a bit of a downfall is that now she's been anti-socialised the past 2 weeks, and now I feel like I need to steadily socialise her back in being the sensitive soul that she is. There's studies showing that to neuter a dog can help against ovarian cancer and that kind of thing. By having the operation, it can help. Males are a different kettle of fish. It's a whole other conversation, but I do think there's always a level of benefit for the dog to be able to mature with their hormones intact to a good 2 years old before you try and do anything to stop those hormones. The rule of thumb as well also is that dogs that are more nervous, it's not a great idea to remove their hormones, because it might be the thing that's actually keeping them brave enough to cope with life. You take that away, they're even more unstable. So you're looking for those dogs especially to mature more before you remove that. Now there is always an exception that some dogs, some of my clients have had real bad phantom pregnancies with the dog, and to be able to stop that process for the dog that they're just never going to breed from, then that's absolutely what we need to do. So they've opted to stop at a couple of seasons, but that's totally fair enough, especially if your dog is knocking out a season every 6 months. So it is a complex thing. Always talk to your vets about it, but and also I will say vets will have different opinions about it as well. More rule of thumb now is that we wait a little bit longer. It used to be that we would get them done really quickly within 6 months. That's not how we think about it now, and that has all happened within my time scale of being a trainer. Uh, Within the 10 years that I've been doing this, opinions have changed, and I try and make sure I keep up to date with all that stuff to what's the best now, because animal science, animal medicine is changing all the time. So it is quite difficult. But as a behavioural point of view, as well for the medical side, give your dog a chance to have the seasons. They may well develop and mature up here. Haven't seen a dog today that's just finished a season. She was more confident today than she has been, and she's been a very nervous dog, and I think she's needed those seasons even more so than most to mature and get a little bit braver before she has her neutering. So any questions, let me know. Bit of a long one, but it's a complicated subject.